It's a Mayfair night. Welcome to today's video as a recording of this Friday, September 27th, 2024, in the middle of GameStop Pro Week. Double the rewards. Might make my first big purchase at Mayfair Mall. Also gonna stop at Best Buy. Something new might be on display. And kind of a quick intro, but the one thing that's at GameStop might not be there as of now. Might still be there, but you know, time is of the essence. And I just want to drop in TGIF. It's Friday. The weekend has arrived. Fingers crossed, it is still here. I don't want to give out any spoilers. And it should be out on the, there it is, on the floor. I was going to say, I called a little while ago. There's one here. Finally, coming across the Batman Forever Batmobile. Gentleman just told me they had the Magneto X-Men 97 helmet here, and I said, yeah, Best Buy had those. I haven't seen one for a while. Also, there's another wave coming of superpowers in the very near future. I think next month. Pre-orders at GameStop, at Amazon. I know there's like kind of a true Superman, a couple other figures, but yeah, when we get into October, gonna be some more hunts. See if there's anything else before we check out. I do have really good news about that Batmobile. Not just the one that's up there. The gentleman did have another one behind the counter, and I called about an hour and a half ago, and I said, you know, do you have, you know, because sometimes when it shows up online or it doesn't show up online, you don't know necessarily if it's here or not. And in fact, one was showing up online, but they have two here, so you can't always trust, you know, if it's in the store. I don't know if I saw this picture before. You do have Spider-Pig kind of caught my attention. I know we always see Morales down there, and of course the X-Men. See, I was going to come and get this, but now with the Batmobile, see, things kind of, the status quo kind of changes. Seen a lot of killer clowns from outer space, especially at Spirit Halloween. You do have a coffee mug at GameStop. $14. How much of a discount? About 70 cents for being a pro member. Never thought, first of all, I never thought I'd have Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones action figures, but I never thought I'd see killer clowns from outer space coffee mugs. Yeah, Jim Carrey. 2024 actual Jim Carrey action figure. And I'm happy to report, since we're here, that somebody has purchased Darkseid, the very Darkseid that I returned. You have the Dick Grayson Batman. Darkseid was right here less than a week ago, and yeah, it's good to know that somebody who really wanted him, just making sure he's not up here, came in and grabbed him. Yeah, he is nowhere. Man, the excitement coming in here and seeing the Batmobile with Alfred. You know, it's just a week ago, AMC, 85 years, had 3 Batman movies. Now, standing in front of AMC with the Batman Forever Batmobile, double bagged from GameStop. Never know what we stumble across at GameStop. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, you think you missed something, and lo and behold, just wait a little bit. It might just show up. The next wave of superpowers is available on McFarlane Direct, and there'll be links to pre-order from Amazon, GameStop, a couple other venues. So I'll be looking at GameStop, having some luck, finding everything, and you know, just throwing that out there that, you know, if I passed on it, kind of learn my lesson. So in time, everything will show up at GameStop. I think my pre-order days are done with, but we will be on the lookout for this next month. And speaking of pre-orders, one of the Arcade1ups recently a pre-order is now, what I'm hearing, a display model at Best Buy. We heard that when fall hit, we're in fall, we could be seeing it. It has shown up at another location. We'll see if it's in my neck of the woods. Might stop at 2 Best Buys, but I figured since we were at Mayfair, we'd hop across the street. Well, unfortunately, no display model at this location yet. The floor layout is different. It changes every time we stop by. There's some construction happening in the front, so maybe that's kind of the holdup before they get any more display models. But they do have a ton of TVs. Like there, you can see, like everything's happening. I mean, before you know it, we're talking about Black Friday. I mean, think about that. It's 2 months away. Yeah, just saying that out loud, and I didn't really realize it till I stepped foot in here and saw the TVs. And I want to mention something about Pro Week. If I would have bought 2 things, I would have got the third item for free. And it was, you know, prompted when I paid for the Batmobile. And I said, you know what, this is all I really wanted. There was no benefit for me buying today. Then, you know, a week and a half from now, it would have been the same thing. Besides the fact that I had points, I had some rewards built up, shaved some off of the price. But I run the risk of, you know, waiting and then it's gone. I learned that lesson from Robin. So, you know, the whole plan was get it tonight, you know, not worrying about getting, you know, a third item. There was really nothing else I wanted to buy. I guess I could have got the picture, the X-Men picture and something else, but, you know, it just keeps adding up. Kind of our Friday night thing of stopping at the Brookfield Post Office. We do have the Frogger giveaway. This is the last of the 4K giveaway. And I decided kind of on the way here and then the last couple of days just kind of thinking about if I find more Frogger signs, we're just gonna keep it going. Might not be every week, but until we hit the next milestone, I just kind of windy. Kind of just enjoy sending out the Frogger signs, kind of getting a little bit better at packaging this up. So we're gonna send this off. But yeah, if the Batmobile wasn't at Mayfair, I would have came here first and then just kind of ventured out that way, but I couldn't take any chances. So we're just kind of making it here Friday night before they close and still waiting for that new wall. Plywood has held up pretty good. I mean, it's been about a month and a half since the car came right through here. Frogger is officially heading to Canada. Haven't shipped to Canada yet. Knowing what the shipping is gonna be for Canada, like having that in the back of my head, it's good because, you know, I'm gonna keep the Frogger going. And, you know, there's kind of just been shipping in the US lately, but I figured let's kind of venture out. So at least I have a general ballpark of what that will be. And a lot of activity going on at the Home Best Buy. They're in the process. And I just feel like we're about a week early from really seeing what's gonna happen. All this in front of the Arcade1up. And I really thought that was gonna be here. When I had this feeling walking in here, I didn't even see any boxes to purchase. Before it was right over here and they moved that. What if they kind of stuck it around the corner? Everything's just kind of shuffled around here. There was construction going on at the Mayfair Best Buy. There's stuff happening at the Home Best Buy. Yeah, big transition here. I'm really excited to see what the new look is gonna be. And man, I have a feeling there's gonna be something going on right over in this area. A lot going on right now. PlayStation 5 Pro pre-orders, at games with their NOD sale all weekend long, like it's a good time to buy. And then GameStop, another week of Pro Week. And we caught word of some big news from Arcade1up. Received an email from Arcade1up Thursday night. 6 years reliving the glory of pixels. Look at this, look at everybody here. So like any question about Capcom or Midway, X-Men, Disney, Namco, I mean they're all right here. I mean this is, I guess this is the titles going forward, and somewhere up here is going to be that new display model. I don't want to give out any spoilers yet, but just kind of take a guess of what new display is going to be at Best Buy. They're kind of showing it up here. Hey Arcade1up fans, we're celebrating 6 amazing years. Thanks to you, get ready because something big is on the way. Stay tuned. I wonder what they're referring to. At first I thought about the display model, but no, something new, something big. I do have a little bit, you know, a concern that it's going to be a claw machine or something, you know, not really arcade related, but You know, they're showing this. You know, that they're advertising this 6 years. You know, they're getting us hyped. Hopefully, it's something in this general area. And you know, I'm gonna keep positive, and I'm just gonna kind of prepare myself that it might be something I may not really be excited about, or you know, consider getting. And hopefully, it's gonna be what got me going with Arcade1up, and that's home arcades. And I hope it continues. Oh my gosh, it has happened. It has finally happened. The alarm going off at Best Buy. I feel like this is a good sign. I'm hopeful about Arcade1up. I know everybody on the planet is hopeful we get more of these. The alarm just kind of sets off as we're going over it. It's a good sign. Oh, and Shaq, there's something else. Something big has, kind of stumbled into my hands today. And I didn't want to mention that in the intro, but oh boy, I have something cool to show off. Well, I got a delivery today, and around lunchtime I zipped home, and this is where FedEx left my package. KI Pro has officially made it here, and I gotta tell you, this is by far the heaviest Arcade1up box I've ever lifted up. I mean, literally, it was just about 10 feet, and it's so awkward lifting these up. You put a hand here, just kind of a backbreaker. But I moved it over here into the garage, and I think the unboxing, I might just take everything out of here, and then just kind of transfer it, and then start assembling. But review and unboxing coming probably early next week. I do have some other plans I want to do this weekend, but I just wanted to show you that KI Pro has made it, and it looks just like Dragon's Lair with the play again. So I'm guessing everything's gonna have that individually black box inside. And we have the big stool, we have the fatigue mat, the tin sign. I can't believe I bought this. This might be my tallest Arcade1up yet. Hobby Lobby with 50% going on again, running through all day Saturday. So if you're watching this Saturday, September 28th, take advantage of all the wall decor, 50% off. Ooh, they have Frogger here. So this is what I was saying is, if we come across Frogger, I might pick him up and, just kind of keep giveaways, not every week, but just here and there. It's kind of it's a fun thing. And I know I've focused a lot on the superheroes. I'm kind of waving my arm here. But kind of this area right here, just kind of going back to the gaming. We didn't leave the gaming. I didn't leave the gaming, but I'm going back. We have the live stream coming up tomorrow night, every Saturday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. See if I can squeeze through here. Gotta get skinny. And I was thinking about this on the way over here. I'm gonna keep it at about 60 to 90 minutes, just depending on, I guess, what game that week, and how much into the game it becomes at the top of the hour, like how far we go. Because there's other streams. There's Arcade Talk with Papa Brad, Tim. There's James Hates Everything. So I think Tim and Brad come at my time would be 9:15, and then James Hates Everything 9:30. So I don't want to go too far into either one of their streams. Jurassic Park. Will I get the ALP? We got KI Pro. There was 2 caps, and I said I'm not finished yet. So waiting for, you can see my feet in here. Just waiting for the right time, and I heard they were at Chicago. Might consider picking up an ALP when I'm at the Pinball Expo. Only downside, they're not going to have Jurassic Park to buy. They'll have it on display, but as far as I understand, they're not going to be able to sell any Jurassic Parks. Any way I can avoid the shipping, kind of like what I ran into today. It worked out because it was my lunch hour, but I just don't like having that stuff sit out, especially something you know, over $1,000. And the wall decor is all this too. So I always come up to the superhero stuff, and of course the nostalgia, I mean, this is nostalgia, but the retro gaming type. But yeah, all this 50% off, you know, all day Saturday. So if there's anything you want to add to your movie room, your game room, be a good time to stop by Hobby Lobby this weekend. Yeah, I'd imagine they'll do another 50% off later on in October. My buddy Steve sent me a picture. He was at Hobby Lobby earlier today. Kind of where I got the idea. I'm like, you know, maybe I should stop at Hobby Lobby. And he sent me this picture. It might have been a Switch. He did show it lit up. And he goes, remind you anybody? It's a great Hulk. The stuff I was smashing through there. And then the light up Hulk. A lot of Batman. A lot of Batman, I guess, August and September. And, you know, there's a story behind it. And picking up the Batmobile, I just decided, as long as I got it, which I did, this would be a good time to just kind of fill everybody in why Batman Forever. I was going to get into this story when we went to Brookfield Square, when we went back in time, you know, just kind of reliving everything. We stopped at Fuddruckers. A couple of things, and I said, you know, in the last 5 years, there's so much that's happened. And then I kind of stopped myself because I just didn't want to make it, I have a sad ending, and I know I'm kind of saving this for the end, and I'm not trying to make it a sad ending, but I think it explains a lot of why I focused a lot on Batman Forever, and I'm not quite done. We picked up the Batmobile, and I have this plan, and I want to do something really fun for that review, and that's why I want to talk about this experience in this video, and kind of leave it out in probably the next video. It's probably going to be what I do tomorrow. I think I'm going to do the Batmobile and really end it on a high note, a really fun note. The lights just shut off at Hallmark. They just closed shop. See some of the employees in there just kind of locking up the registers. Batman Forever comes out 1995. Oh, what's this? Pop figure bat signal. Looks like the Christian Bale and Heath Ledger. Okay, so you get these two, and you get the light up. I've never seen this. It's just sitting right over here. We come to this Target a lot. They have an Avengers one too. Oh, okay, so look at how small they are. Just minis. Look at the size of my hand compared to the figures. But it looks like you can hang this up on the wall. It's like, or you can move those. Maybe there's more that you can just stage on there. So it's like a case, a stand. Okay, so fits 18 bitty pop. Can stand or hang. So yeah, cool. That lights up. $29.99. I'll have to remember that. Maybe, you never know. You can always use a bat symbol somewhere. I didn't really like the one we kind of zoomed in at Hobby Lobby with the yellow. I am loving the Batman Forever bat, and it's a little bit different than that logo. Not much, but the logo just kind of like comes in more like a V. But all right, back to the reason here. So I couldn't enjoy it for what it was. Now watching it years later, you know, it's a fun movie. It's a fun take. When I first saw that in 1995 in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, with my best friend at the time, you know, I think it was a matinee. It was an old movie theater. They had two theaters in there, and I remember a lot of people. You know, I don't remember a lot, you know, of all the movies I've seen, but the people that were in there, you know, other classmates that were maybe ahead of me or under, were at that movie, and I won't forget that. And we sat there, and we watched the entire movie, and the whole time I just couldn't love the movie because it was missing Michael Keaton, and I was happy about Robin, but On the other side, I was upset that, you know, this movie gets Robin, not with the Batman that I wanted. But now, I love it for everything it is. You know, as I kind of stated, I think everybody did a great job. Nonetheless, my friend that I saw the movie with, been trying to reconnect with him over the past couple of years. You know how it is. Try to reach out, you know, and then you were like, I sent somebody a friend request, you didn't hear back. So I went to follow up to change subjects. Batman and Robin. I'm going to tell you that Batman Forever, I like Batman Forever a lot better than Batman and Robin. Of course, if I see this again, maybe I won't be so critical on this like I was with Batman Forever. But I guess that'll be my next one. Like, I'll rewatch Batman and Robin. But now, I'll have an issue that it's not Val Kilmer. Like, that's how my mind works. So there'll be some, why couldn't they just use Val again? Because I think Val played an excellent Batman. I never heard from my friend. I sent the friend request, tried to follow up. I'd say between 1992 and 1999, we were, you know, very close. You know, some of the years, the best of friends. There's other friends in the equation, in the mix, but you know, there was a core between us. You lose that as you get older. I mean, everybody goes through it. Things change. A couple of DeLoreans here. If I could go back in time, you know, I would try to right some situations, I suppose. Reach out, try to do more, because I've been kind of beating myself up about it. We did a lot of things together in the 90s. Both of us were huge Phoenix Suns fans at that time, and that's when Charles Barkley, Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson went to the NBA Finals. They lost to the Bulls with the three-peat. That year, the 92-93 NBA season, we were, you know, just starting up, best friends. And we did a lot of things. Actually, in 1996, when Charles Barkley's last year with the Phoenix Suns came up, you know, the Western Conference comes to an Eastern Conference's stadium once a year, vice versa. Got Charles Barkley's autograph that night. He was there. We sat right behind the hoop, visitor bench to my left, the tunnel, but they didn't come through the tunnel on my end. It was across the court. But at the end of the game, Charles Barkley came right to me. I made a big poster, and he you know, I got his autograph. I have it to this day. My friend was with me, and yeah, I mean, we did a lot of things. We skied together. We were into the Power Rangers. We were into Batman, and then you just, you know, like I said, the things just happen, and you lose contact. So I've friend requested him, and I've tried to, you know, to reach out recently, a couple of months ago, and then it kind of dawns on me. And you know how, I mean, we're all busy. We have all this stuff happening. You know, I've been running around like crazy lately, with work, with doing videos. I mean, just everything. And I went on Facebook to, like, what is going on? Like, a friend requested. Does he not go on Facebook? And I go on there, and his mom hosts. Now, I find this out in August. Back in May, Danny passed away. My friend's name was Danny. Passed away. And I sat there for a second, like, I'm just like in shock. I'm just kind of totally stunned. And I'm like, how in the world did this happen? And, you know, it's been really weighing on me. And the reason that I got back into Batman Forever is because we saw it together. And the whole time Kelly and I were at the movie a week ago, you know, watching it, actually pretty close to the first time I saw it in the Oconomowoc area. And I thought the whole time, I go, you know, if something happens to Kelly, like, I'll never be able to watch this movie again. But I thought about him a lot during that movie, and that's why I collected every figure, why I wanted to find the Batmobile, and I wanted to tie it all in, was because of that. And it's just, I'm still struggling because I don't know how he passed away. but he's gone, and I didn't get a chance. You know, if I could just do more, if I could have just tried, and that's what's been bothering me. And I've been told that it's a two-way street, and I understand that, but I just, me being me, going through, I mean, I've lost a lot, and there's a reason. I always tell people that, you know, when something happens, to stay as busy as you can. It doesn't take the pain away, but it kind of stimulates your mind that you're not thinking about it. Like, you know, you wake up, it's the first thing you're gonna think about. If your relationship ended, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize, I'm no longer with her anymore, or I don't, you know, I lost my dad, and you know, that during the day, you can kind of forget about it just for a little bit, just enough to, you know, just so it's not weighing on you. And I've learned to stay as busy as I could. It helps, and that's what I always tell people. And I've lost a lot, and I know a lot of people have. And there's times where you feel, why has this always happened to me? But in the, you know, the grand scheme of things, it happens to everybody. You just don't see it. Now my other best friend, who during that course, before that, during, after, another great best friend of mine, I reached out to him. You know, I lost contact. I lost contact with everybody that I grew up with, pretty much, just because of, you know, what happened when I started my own place, just working full time, and people get married, they have kids, things change. And I said that in Target, and I reached out and I said, did you hear about Danny? He didn't know. A lot of people didn't know, and you know, we started messaging, and it kind of felt like old times. It was fun, and you know, if we connect, we connect. But at least I reached out, and if I hear back, every once in a while I'll check in, and it's okay if he doesn't. I'll just, you know, if I remember, if I think about it, if something happens and triggers something, I'll reach out, and I'll just send a message, and if that's what it is, it's what it is. You know, I don't have a lot of time to hang out, and it's the way it is. But you can always just text somebody or call someone and just see how they're doing, or just say something funny. So I just kind of wanted to get into why Batman Forever, and that's the reason. So now, and I'll show this probably not after the review, maybe after the walk and talk, Monday's video. I'll show where I put everything. I know Mikey asked, you know, where are you gonna set everything? I needed the Batmobile because I couldn't just set, you know, the 4 figures, the bat on a shelf. I needed it all. So, plus we got Alfred. I'm excited to open this up, and I wanted to leave the review in a positive note and something fun. But this kind of ties everything in. It kind of ends the Batman Forever. It's always gonna be on the shelf. There's toys that I purchased this in the last couple of months that I'm gonna sell. There's things that are untouchable. Batman animated series, Batman Forever. But some other stuff, I've just decided I'm gonna move on from it. I'm gonna open up areas for other stuff. So with that being said, you know, when we're collecting things, when we're in the hobby, there's choices we have to make. And I realized that there's some stuff I bought that I just don't want. So that will open the door for other things, and can maybe boost a little bit of a little money for an ALP. But our next video will be, actually, as a recording of this, the live stream. We're gonna do X-Men, and then I'll have the review on the Batmobile, which I'm really looking forward to. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for being here, for sticking around. Sorry to end it like on a sad note, but I just wanted to give you the story on Batman Forever. Thanks for watching. And the reason I went with KI Pro before the ALP it's Battletoads. It's the online games, and it's just something that I want to do every Saturday night. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played a lot last couple of months, and this is gonna get me playing the games more again and playing with others. And it'll be fun. We'll do it together. We'll stream. We'll have some good times. We'll have some laughs. Be a fun Saturday night in between streams of other YouTubers, and you know, we'll have a good fall and winter. Everybody just coming together and just having a good time, being there for each other. It's nice to see Mr. Fox. I feel like I'm neglecting him a lot. I've been over here a lot, but you know what? Things are gonna, change a little bit, Mr. Fox. We'll be seeing a lot of each other.